Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery, absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. Frequency hacking. How to rewire your subconscious for business success beyond your wildest dreams, plus your future prediction. Yes, a very warm welcome, high frequency shifter, to the high end and frequency business podcast number 46. Well, I want to say buckle up because today we're diving into the sacred art of transformation. In this episode, I'm going to talk about 4 important key points. And the first one is the emotional essence of change. So please listen up. If you link more pain to change than pleasure, then let me tell you, nothing's going to change and shift. Why? Well, it's called primitive programming from millions and millions of years ago. So if you have a craving for more money, or you want a more fulfilling relationship, or a bigger home, or a bigger car, well, I can tell you now, it's got nothing to do with all those material gains. Do you want to know what it's about? It's all about how they make you feel. Yes? So if the underlying emotion is strong enough, you can set it into motion, because you might know emotion stands for energy set in motion. So really, really important. Remember this. It's all about the emotion. And now we're going to key point number 2, and that's the anchored pain association. Yes, or the neuro association. So you want a high level business, right? That's why you're listening to my podcast. But you hesitate to work on yourself because one of the reasons might be that it takes time and that it takes energy. So you cue the pain association to working on yourself, right? Or maybe something else. You shy away from investing in yourself because you maybe have money concerns, or you associate another pain to investing. Or maybe you're not fully stepping into your light, into your power, because of underlying fears like perfectionism, or fear of judgment, or fear of not being good enough. So many fears and so many, most of the time, subconscious reasons to not step into the light. But yes, you guessed it, you don't do it then because of the pain association. So all these pain points, what are they? They are simply anchors that are dragging you down and are keeping you from taking action. Yeah, remember this. This is so, so important. So now we're moving on to key point number 3, and that is forecasting your future. Or I can say it's like you are going to predict your future. So here's a soul-provoking question. Yes, I want you to feel with me. So imagine yourself, you don't have to imagine because it's what's happening now. You're here. You're here in the now, listening to me at this moment. But I'm asking you now this question. I'm asking you, how would you feel? How would you feel 5 years from now if nothing changes? Okay? Just step into that feeling. Visualize yourself. Visualize yourself 5 years from now. Nothing has changed. How do you feel? How do you feel in your body, around you? What happens? Okay? And to take it even further and sense what happens to your energy. Is it expanding or getting smaller? Okay? Visualize yourself even 10 years ahead in the future. If nothing changes, nothing shifts right now, you don't take action, you do nothing, okay, what happens? How does your world look like and your life look like 10 years from now? And let this feeling, this emotion, become your catalyst to set energy into motion. Okay, now, even more questions I have for you. So I advise you to take a pen and paper as well. So now, to take it even further and to feel it deeper, let's tune in. For you as a high-level empathetic coach or service-based provider, are you ready for a breakthrough? Because the questions that I'm going to ask are intended to shake up your awareness. Yes, and to make you acutely conscious of the potential pain and pleasure points that you might face if you do or don't step into transformation now. Yes, are you ready for that? Okay, let's go. Here's question number 1. Again, you feel yourself in the now. This is where you are now. You know your world around you. You know where you are. We're going to take you fast forward 5 years from now. And feel and sense what's the heaviest burden weighing down on your soul. Knowing that you didn't step into your transformative potential, how does that feel? What's the heaviest burden 5 years from now weighing down on your soul? Knowing that you didn't step into your transformative potential, how does that feel? And feel these sensations in and around you. Really, really important. And you can pause if you want to feel even more. Who wants to feel more pain? But you can do this for this exercise. Really, really important. We're going to the second question. Well, imagine waking up a decade, 10 years from now, realizing your business or career is exactly where it is today because you chose not to change. What is the emotional price tag on that? Sense and feel. You chose to change nothing. What is the emotional price tag a decade from now on that? You can pause, step into that feeling, sense it, make it even bigger. Okay. Going to the third question. If you decided not to improve yourself right now, how will this affect your self-worth and your self-respect 5 years or even 10 years down the line? Will be able to look yourself in the eye. So you decided not to improve yourself. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, how has it affected your self-worth and self-respect? We're going to the fourth question. Think of that enormous, big, beautiful goal that you've always wanted to hit, but you've been too afraid to pursue that. What would it feel like to be in the exact same spot 5 years from now? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Feel it, sense it. Where do you feel it in your body? What happens to your energy? We're going to the fifth question. How would the stagnation impact your future relationships? Are you ready to deal with the emotional aftermath 5 years or 10 years from today if you chose not to invest in yourself, in your growth now? And feel it, sense it. Are you ready to deal with the emotional aftermath 5 years, 10 years from now, if you chose not to invest in your growth today? Okay. Well, let these questions be the lightning that sparks your energy to set it into motion. Let the emotion be the energy that gives you that nudge to step into that motion. Because as we know, change starts with choosing to act, not react. So my question for you today, what's your choice? Well, we're going to flip it all over. We're going to change the focus like a 180 shift. And the questions that I'm going to ask you now are tailored to get you deeply thinking about the absolute grand possibilities that can unfold when you embrace change, when you break through fear, and when you step into your full potential. So my question, are you ready? Are you ready? Because remember as well, these questions are going to predict your future, because when you can see it, when you can feel it, you can become it, you can live it, you can create it, you can manifest it. And I always say, when you've sensed it once, when you've seen it once, you can always go back there. So it's not just a simple visualization exercise or something like that. No, you're shifting timelines. You're making that quantum leap, that quantum jump into the future. And your future self is going to give you the answers and the insights, is going to share with you how you feel and sense and move and flourish into the next 5 and 10 years. So don't underestimate the power and energy of this exercise. Yeah? Okay. Because once you can imagine it, you can achieve it. So imagine you've chosen to burst through that pain, those fears, those pain associations today. What does your life look like in 5 years from now? When you took that leap of faith, when you just went through the pain and the fears, you thought, just do it. What huge achievements have you celebrated? What huge achievements 5 years from now? What achievements do you see there? To take it even a step further, 10 years from that point, what unfolds? You can pause if you want to write it down, because these insights are really, really groundbreaking. Okay, we're going to the second question. What are the deepest desires you've manifested in your high-level career or business within 10 years, simply because you chose action today? Yes, what are the deepest desires you've manifested in your high-level career or business within 10 years, simply because you chose action today? Okay, feel and sense and look around you. What have you manifested? What appeared like magic into your life? Who is with you? What are you doing? What are you wearing? Who are you? Okay, the third one. Okay, by deciding to invest in yourself now, how will this positively impact your physical and emotional well-being over the next 5 years to 10 years? Feel how it feels. Step into the emotional and physical change. Sense that well-being over 5 to 10 years. How does it impact you? What happens to you? Where is your energy? Where are you above the golden line? Can you feel that incredible, powerful energy? And can you feel how effortless everything goes when you just trust and step into that power? Okay, how will it impact you? Very good. We're going to the fourth question. You've shown the courage to step into the spotlight. You let go of all the fear of failure, perfectionism, everything that can come forward with putting yourself out there. So what ripple effects has this brave choice created in your personal and professional relationships over the 5 and next 10 years? That courage to step full into the spotlight. What ripple effect has this created for you professionally, personally, in relationships over the next 5 to 10 years? You can pause and write down. We're going to the fifth question. And I always say, dare to dream big. Make it even bigger. Okay, so this has got to do with it. Dare to dream big. You've shattered all barriers and are living fully in your ultimate stardust potential. Now, without thinking, describe a day in your life 10 years from now. What do you feel? What do you see? What do you sense and experience? Who have you become? How do you move? How is your hair? What are you wearing? Who is with you? Where are you in the world? Okay, pause and write down. Well, awesome. You did great. I'm so curious what came forward. And I hope it's even bigger than you could imagine before we started. So I hope that these questions may serve you as an empowering reminder of the incredible force that you have to create your own reality. Because remember, the energy for action and motion and transformation is waiting for your decision and for your answer to say yes, so that you can step into that flow. Well, we're going to the fourth key point, and that's, well, the choice. The choice is yours. Because bottom line, altering your neural associations is just a decision away. It's just one decision. And Tony Robbins always says it's like a 2 millimeter shift away. So my question is, are you choosing to step forward, to step up and choose temporary fear and maybe temporary discomfort, because that's what it is? Or are you willing to be trapped in a comfortable but ultimately self-sabotaging cycle for years? The choice is yours. Well, there we have it. Another episode that was dedicated to breaking old neural associations and the power of emotions in manifesting change. Thanks so much for listening. If you have any questions, or if you have a huge yes and you want to work one-on-one with me, that's possible. Book your soul connection call. That's totally free, and we can discuss how to move forward from there. Until next time, I want to say keep shining, and looking forward to meet you or to connect or reconnect again. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my energy joy world, please drop me a DM, and really looking forward to connect.